What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the AT-OT, the All-Terrain Open Transport. It was manufactured by Kuat Drive Yards, the same company that made all the Republic and Imperial walkers. It was 14.3 meters long, or about 47 feet, which made it about 1/3 the length of the Jawa's Sandcrawler. And at 5.8 meters or 19 feet tall, this thing was actually shorter than a TIE fighter. And with a top speed of 55 kilometers per hour, or 34 miles per hour, the AT-OT was just a little bit slower than the AT-TE. Its main purpose is just to transport cargo and troops, and to do this, it has 8 walker legs, 2 more than the AT-TE, but of a nearly identical design. This open-top design was especially useful for transporting cargo, as irregularly shaped cargo, or extremely large cargo, wouldn't have to worry about fitting inside of the vehicle. And 34 troops could be seated, while carrying another 25 troops that had to stand, giving us a total transport capacity of 59 clone troopers, not including the 1 pilot which was needed to drive the thing. The AT-OT's open design is often critiqued for being too dangerous for the clone troopers riding in it, and when deployed in a battlefield where you have vulture droids, hyena bombers, and droid tri-fighters, yeah, they kinda got a point. But we should remember that this thing was never intended to be anywhere near the front line. They were only meant to move troops and supplies around in places that the Republic already knew the sector was clear. But just because this vehicle wasn't meant for battle, doesn't mean that it was completely defenseless. It had the same conductive armor as the AT-TE, meaning that when enemy laser cannons opened fire on it, the blast would be diverted across the entire surface of the vehicle, and thus reduce the force supplied to any one spot. It also had 4 cannons, 2 medium laser cannons up front, and 2 anti-personnel cannons on bubble turrets in the back. And a kind of neat design feature is that we can see that Kuat was playing around with the idea of connecting the cockpit of their walker via this accordion-style tunnel, a design that Kuat would use later in the AT-AT's design. During the Outer Rim sieges, the Republic became desperate to stop Shu Mai, the female Gossam who was the head of the Commerce Guild and a separatist leader, from poisoning a water supply on Felucia. We got to see a glimpse of this mission when Aayla Secura was killed during Order 66. But unlike certain Jedi, the AT-OT lives on after the Clone Wars. It was used by rebels the same way the Republic used it, but they would also occasionally use it as a mobile command center. And the Empire was also inspired by this vehicle when they modified some AT-TEs to be open-top cargo transports, and when they made the all-terrain riot control transport, which was kinda like an open-top AT-ST. And the only behind-the-scenes facts about the AT-OT is the fact that there was a really cool LEGO set released that had an LAAT gunship that could transport the AT-OT, and though that doesn't make it official canon, it does make sense that the LAAT could transport it, since it was actually shorter than an AT-TE. But that's it for the all-terrain open transport. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment down below if I missed any cool facts, or if you have a suggestion for future videos. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MetaNerdsLore, so you can see us build Star Wars props and cosplays, along with some other cool Star Wars stuff. If you want to help support this channel, check out the description below for our Amazon store and our Patreon. And be sure to subscribe, because we're making videos like this every single day. But more important than all that, remember, always give up your seat to your commanding officer, and the Force will be with you, always.